Hi, my name is Sarah and this is my informative speech. I grew up with the best father a girl could ask for. I was always shown love, I was taught life lessons, and was given guidance on how to live my life. I looked up to my father in many ways, and I want to represent him the best way that I can. As I'm transitioning to the workplace within the next few months, I know that he is going to be the first person I call when I have those big girl job questions. And hopefully he'll be there to guide me. Daughter like father, I am looking into a career in the business world, and I know he is the perfect person to receive advice from. On a one-on-one interview with my father, I learned the steps I needed to take to get a job in the business world, ideally in sales, and how to be successful in my career. My father, Bob Gore, worked for over 30 years at the mechanical supplies company as a salesman. Until he had to leave on disability, my father was the premier example of what a good employee should look like. Going to work in the early hours to make coffee and bring donuts for his coworkers, spending many weekends working overtime, and creating connections that helped him professionally, and was a role model to his fellow employees on the appropriate ways to be the best at your job. As a class, each of us are preparing to enter the working world. Examples and advice on how to succeed in the working world are what we need as motivation and inspiration to continue to work hard in school and prepare for our future. Bob's legacy and wisdom can be useful to each of us as we get ready to graduate and work. There are certain skill sets that we must need to be successful in the working world. Many of us think that once we get that high-paying job, we are considered a success. And to some that may be so. But for the future employees of the world who want their heart and soul to be in their job, there are more goals and expectations for us to call ourselves successes. With my interview with my father, he highlights 3 key important things that one must have and be to be an amazing employee. First, you must receive your degree in whatever you feel is most marketable to you, whether it be communications, business, or kinesiology. Whatever you feel is most marketable to you, that should be your degree choice. Secondly, once you apply and get the job in the business world, there are 2 key factors that can make or break you. Those 2 being honoring your commitments and trying to incorporate your strengths in all you do within your job. There are many things that go on to having a job in the business world, but before we get into that, it's important to highlight the steps that need to be taken in order to get the job. Obviously, before we start our career, we must get our degree. I'm getting my degree in communication studies, but my father got his in business. My father says my father says it's best to get a job in something you feel will make you most marketable. Whether it's comm studies like me or business, or whatever degree gives you the most passion and makes you feel the most marketable, then that's the degree you should stick with. During your time at school, it's important to focus on grades, but my father says while you're in school, it's also important to make meaningful connections. The people who you meet in college may be what give you that dream job in the future. Once you get your degree, the hardest part will be to secure your job. If you're lucky, you're going to receive a job in an area that you prefer, such as sales or marketing. Getting the job isn't the hardest part. It's the employee that you allow yourself to be that will get you ahead. Honoring your commitments is a practice that you should start as soon as you enter college. When you first start your job in the business world, your pay will be low, but your boss's expectations of you will be high. At this point in your life, your career should come close second to your family. You have to make sure you attend every meeting, try your best to go in every day. And my dad said it was common for the new employees that were fresh out of college, freshly graduated, to enter the workplace with a lax attitude, feeling as if they are still in college and if they can just get by showing up and putting minimal work effort in. Bob encourages anybody who wants to be a part of the business world to enter the workforce with a mission. Have a goal in mind, stick to your expectations and responsibilities of your job, and try your best. Sticking with your commitments to your job is only half the battle. According to my father, the most difficult but most rewarding part of your career in sales or business is learning to incorporate your strengths in all that you do within your job. My father says don't ignore your weaknesses. or use them as a crutch not to try new things. If you have a weakness, such as public speaking, practice. Work hard on your weaknesses. Weaknesses aren't an excuse to refuse to go out of your comfort zone. Just because you aren't the best at doing a particular job doesn't mean that you should not try to excel with every opportunity that is given to you. Not to say that you will suddenly become great at what you feel like you lack in, but wisdom is created by experience. A person's character can be the make or break in their success. The knowledge behind your degree is important, but the employee that you evolve into can give you the success that you deserve. Sitting through my father's interview and gaining the knowledge from him, I realized that these tips aren't just for a certain job. They could be used in whatever job you want to have. We all have the ability to be great in our careers, and our university gives us everything we may need to help us in the real world. Once we have our degree in something we are passionate about, it is up to us on how we use it. If you measure success by a paycheck, then your job may feel meaningless. If you want to feel fulfilled in your career and be successful beyond a paycheck, you must follow my father's advice. Honor your commitments, access your strengths, and challenge your weaknesses. Your success is in your hands, and every day we are closer to graduating is a day closer to our career. Thank you.